My name is Charlotte Rouse. I've been in real estate, I think, going on 14 years, and I'm situated in downtown Fredericksburg office. I think the important factor is there's always with a luxury property, either its location or attributes. Waterfront, larger size home, or maybe in a community that is a golf course community. So you have to understand what the selling points are, why the seller is selling, and what's important to them. So it becomes a little different because I think with higher end home, in general, people have bought it because it has an attribute or feature that we're very drawn to. Really become good at marketing. I think most of my global luxury listings is through referrals, and people find me. They see my pictures. I did 17 years of software sale and 6 startups. That's my background. So for me, it's really important to showcase yourself online well. With that in mind, also SEO, search engine optimization. When you do make a listing, just make sure that that listing have all the attributes that's important for a buyer as well as a seller. I think the important factor is to know how to engage with clientele on that level, how to communicate. Most people who have luxury homes, they are either both parents or both parties working. Time is money for them. So when you communicate with them, be efficient and also know what questions to ask. I have multiple clients who are very specific in how they like to be communicated with. So once again, don't ever assume and do everything the same way that you do with every home. What you have to find out, what is that seller like, what's important to them, and how would they like to be communicated with. Yeah, so I think it's really important, like I have actually one client who is a CIA agent who's been in the CIA for 40 years. When I communicate with him, it's gotta be data driven because he doesn't care about maybes, pictures. He wanna know how many showings I've had, what is the price points, what's the median price point in this area, how many showing am I gonna get? So everything is about information that he can understand in the way his brain works. So when you have a client, it's really important what is the way they absorb information. Once again, it's not how I absorb it, but how they absorb it and the way they like to receive it. He does not like to be texted to. He likes to have everything in email in a certain format. I learned that early on. So it's really important, once again, you are servicing your client. How do they need to be communicated with? And what's the data they're looking for to make the next decision in life? If you understand that, you know how to service a client, and the whole transaction is going to move smoother because you're not going back and forth communicating. You're getting what he needs and he's telling you yes or no. Gets to next step in the transaction. Important thing is to have processes in place. Contacts, follow up, make sure you have some kind of CRM in place. I get a lot of business. 95% of my business is referral based. I did well with somebody, they referred me to family members or somebody they work with. It's all about communicating and being available to them. Service, service, service. And it's also really important about speed when you communicate. I have this rule, call, text, email. It's just what I do because not everybody checks their text. Not everybody checks their email. Pick up the phone and the interactions always be extremely pleasant as well as informative. And how would you like this to be handled? Ask questions. Understand what your client is looking for. It's not about what you want to do, it's what your client needs.